here. I like the Void Spirit, of course, being able to manifest the Lake Stealer and the Chronosphere not being able to deal with it. You predicted like most of this stuff. I barely need to touch on it. Thanks to you, Moxxi. Once again, gunning for my job. But Enchantress, super
It's
good
the
against.
hat.
It's the hat.
It gives
It's
me
giving you
+2
power.
int.
Ah,
You know,
I see. Impressive.
it's a magical item.
Well, thankfully you won't be wearing it and outsmarting me after Halloween is over.
Oh, that's what you think. You think this is just a Halloween hat, dude? No way, man. This is my maid hat. I walk out, I do groceries in this hat. I want the kids in my town to think I'm a witch.
I thought you were going to follow that up with, I've got a lot more than 2 int over here.
That too, but... all blurry again. My goodness. There you go.
No. Omni Knight picked up next here. Once again, I like the Enchantress pickup. You know, being able to dispel the Wind Ranger Wind Run. Suddenly she goes from like, you know, a super powerful trading hero to, oh man, I'm really slow and I'm being hit by Impetus.
Okay. That is a Death Prophet pickup. We haven't seen one of those in a while.
Yeah, this is something that Leo Style has been running, though. You know, it's very aggressive. It plays in the early game. I think the timing meets very well with what Lake Stealer wants to run, and it fits decently with the rest of the draft. The only question is, how do you round this one off? I feel like you need somebody to start these fights or sit in front of the Death Prophet. I'm not sure what that is. Earth Spirit could also be used as a save, and that's something that Death Prophet needs too. Let's talk Clinks.
Let's talk Sammy Boy Clinks.
Let's talk Sammy Boy Clinks. You know, he's no OG Clinks player like Blink Dagger Clinks on Eternal Envy, but this guy is good with this hero. He regularly pops off in games. I don't know if it was the guy to pick here, though. Moxxi?
I think they saw a Death Prophet, and they think, what does Death Prophet hate? Getting blown up. And that is a hero that could definitely get blown up. I mean, it's even if they manage to go and finish up, you know, the Yule Scepter, if you have like +1 just holding her down while the Burning Army goes off, it's not going to be a fun game.
My only concern about that is, you know, like you said, +1 holding her down, but when you have an Omni on your team, that's one less aggressive hero. The hero is purely defensive. You're not able to run at anybody. It's not able to TP in and help you. Can
I just mention that ghosts are physical?
10 seconds remaining.
What do you mean?
So Omni Knight's ultimate, Guardian Angel, blocks physical damage.
Yeah. That's what you. Sorry, I thought it was some sort of Halloween joke.
Wow. Yeah. Nope. Not a Halloween joke.
Normally that wouldn't have gone over my head. I apologize. I'm like, the ghosts are physical, though. You're right. It will block all of that. It's pretty good there, but you have the Enchantress already. You pick the Omni into that, and you know what dispels the Guardian Angel, Moxxi?
That is true.
The enchant. Yeah.
That one didn't go over my head.
5 seconds remaining.
So you're able to deal with those ghosts, at least on one target, you know, as long as... So they're probably going to be a little bit careful with this one and hold it when they use it on heroes. You love to see things like that turn around in team fights, but they're probably going to grab a D-Spell again for their last pick on Thunder Predator, maybe. I don't know what they could get, or maybe they should just rush and nullify on Lifestealer. Still, saving up at 3,800 gold for that item feels pretty awful.
You could get a Legion Commander. No, you can't. I just lied. The Bandit. Never mind.
Yeah. Also, opposite kind of D-Spell. It's the self or ally D-Spell, not enemy D-Spell. Because you need some sort of solution for the Omni Knight, right? Yeah.
Team's turn to pick.
There it is. You love to see it.
What about a Brewmaster?
Oh.
That's a guy that looks like he's slipped through the draft here and could be potentially very good against an Omni Knight.
You are a genius, Moxxi.
+2 int.
10 seconds
left. +2 int. Brewmaster, of course, for anyone who's not aware, watching right now, inside the Primal Split, the Storm Panda has a, what is it? I forget the exact AoE of it. It is pretty big, though. I think it's like 500 AoE Dispel magic ability. It does damage to summoned units, I think about 800, and dispels both negative buffs on your team and enemy buffs on, enemy positive buffs. So, so you have Treant Protector. He pops ultimate. You can just dispel that with the Storm Panda. Enemy Chaos Knight uses Phantasm. 1800 damage multiplied by whatever extra damage the illusions take. Guardian Angel comes out, boom, wiped off every hero that it hits, and it's only on a 5-second cooldown as well. You can just spam that stuff. It is one of the relics of Warcraft 3 that is sort of carried over, and they haven't changed around that much from Dota All-Stars. It's a very sick ability that a lot of people forget about. Apparently not Moxxi, though.
Nope, I remember those days of having a Brewmaster in every single game. But they go for the Bristleback instead. Right?
Yeah, I would have loved to see a Brewmaster here. You know, if Thunder Predator, if you're looking for a drafter / coach, you know, I got Moxxi's email. Send me a message.
No. I'm very happy sitting in this seat here and just, you know, calling out exciting things that happen. Don't put that pressure on me. No way.
This is where I say, oh, yeah, she's like talking down MJZ before the game started, you know, saying, oh, I can do a better job drafting.
I didn't say that. Oh, my God.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, last couple of games, this game and last game, I feel like could have dropped a little bit better on Thunder Predator, though. But 4Zoomers, I'm not crazy sold on the Omni Knight, but like you said, it does do pretty well against the Exorcism Ghosts. So we'll see how this one goes. Can they take down the enemies fast enough in these team fights that the Guardian Angel pays off, though? That's my question. You need to do a lot of damage, and a lot of it is going to have to come out from Sammy Boy, or Ocean's going to have to go like this MKB Wind Ranger build.
We're going to find out, that's for sure. Here we go. Into game number 2 here of 4Zoomers versus Thunder Predator. I'll have to see if the mid Bristleback is going to be a success, because we saw earlier with Mr. Chris Luck running it. Did not really work out for him.
Mm-hmm. Let's go on, yeah. Welcome to the Monster Energy Summit 13 pause, brought to you by Monster Energy. And we're good to go. Look at that. Speedy pauses thanks to the energy that Monster provided, everybody. Let's go. Noble Wings.
Noble Wings. It's a little old NA joke for y'all. I do love the way that they're bantering very wholesomely. We need more wholesome moments in Dota. I want all the BM. I want them fighting each other constantly. Let's go. Give me some of that sassy drama.
I'm not going to lie. It is much more entertaining. I get the most entertained out of like Thunder Predator versus Beast Coast game because they hate each other. Was it 4Zoomers versus Crazy game as well, where was that Ocean and Moon Meander, or was it Husky?
That was Husky and Moon Meander.
Yeah, Husky and Moon.
A little bit of a tiff.
Mm-hmm.
And they did not like each other. I think they muted everyone on the 4Zoomers team. Moon Meander muted all the 4Zoomers.
Did you see the pub that they were just freaking out at each other when they were on the same team? And
I didn't see the pub. No, I just heard about it.
There's a clip. One of the SA players, I think somebody from Thunder Predator, and Brax is in the game as well. They're like, Brax, say something, and Brax is just like, "Hey guys, let's do this." And that's all he says.
Sammy Boy getting a lot of harass here. He actually doesn't have a salve, so he's going to be forced to eat up with those Tangas. Gunner goes and grabs up the rune, gets a nice start, and it's the Frank offlane Death Prophet too. Oh man.
And yeah. So 3 Benjamins going their way. Wait. No, that's 4. My bad. I thought somebody had gone down there, but I am crazy. It is getting a little bit late for me here.
Talking about, dude, you're West Coast.
It's been late for me in hours awake versus slept.
That is true. Okay, I will accept that.
I'm down to see some action, though. Matthew, he actually opts not to play with the creep wave right away. This is something you normally see. That's why he was doing that. He secures the range creep with his team. Matthew, God, doing what I don't see.
But you did just see. Oh, Neph's losing it, guys. I'm losing him here. He's going a little bit too crazy.
They changed the lanes around a little bit. Now, Frank comes down here. Who was it that teleported up to the top lane? That was, MJZ on the on the Enchantress, they want to match him up against Ocean just because of the fact that you can, you know, purge off that win run as we were talking about in the draft, and Monkey's forever.
TP's away over to the tower. He was worried. He doesn't know where the Enchantress is. Didn't have Ocean there at the time, so just figures, you know, where else is he gonna go? TP's on out.
We're in the mid lane. Gunnar, he's having an okay time right now. Leostyle has gone through a lot of his mana, so he's going to need his bottle pretty quickly if he wants to continue to contest Gunnar here. You know, I do see that Leostyle, he's going to struggle with the lane, you know, prior to hitting level 6. And once he grabs that, I think it's going to be pretty easy for him to zone Gunnar out of the lane.
Oh, there's the kill on Matthew, though, as goes just a little bit too far forward. He's been very aggressive, too. A lot of harass being thrown out over here on Frank. Doesn't have any of the Spirit Siphon charges left, so just gonna have to sit back a little bit, maybe trade with Husky. Got himself a Clarity. Does have one more Tango left.
And, you know, solve himself up as the Clarity, and he actually ended up interrupting it. That's really going to cost him going forward. He has to buy so much more regen after that. So Matthew, even though he did drop first, he gets a little bit of return there on the Husky.
Yeah, but Husky also manages to take down that ward over on the side, so it gets him 100 gold. He's got a little extra spare pocket change for that extra regen, you know? A little mango snack, maybe.
It feels super bad when you're playing, you know, especially position 5, and you're forced to spend so much more gold. Like, your first 3 minutes of the game, you get the ward, you have a kill under your belt, but all of that goes into lane regen, and then he gets a magic stick.
That was close there. He's got 4 stacks of sticky and all that wonderful stuff over here on Gunnar. He's taking a lot of tower damage, though. He gets outplayed. Gunnar, God! 5 stacks of quills on him, and he manages to outplay Leostyle.
That's going to cost him quite a bit. Gunnar, I'm surprised he didn't suicide to the tower directly after that, though. He opted to sit at pretty low HP. I guess he does have an all-right mana pool.
Bottle, so perhaps, you know, he's waiting for the rune to come up, or... None of his teammate is dead, so it's not like they're going to be TPing over to this mid lane anytime soon. As I say that, you know, Monkeys is struggling a little bit. Drops the blood right. Shackle connects over onto MNZ. Can turn this right back around again here, but there's going to be the enchant coming out from Jay-Z, slowing him down just a little bit. That's just a lot of damage coming out here from MJZ.
Opted to go 2 points into the thirst in the lane here on Monkeys Forever, just due to the fact that the enemies are giving him heavy harass. So he knows he's not going to be able to spam blood right here. Instead, he wants to go through MJZ's mana pool.
Leostyle snapping up that arcane rune's going to be very, very happy. Gunnar, though, does have himself a full bottle. You're going to have the 5-minute runes coming up, too, so they can afford to spam out a little bit more of these spells. And does need to be careful here, because Leostyle's really diving hard underneath the tower. Does have to assimilate, though. We'll go for the side step, drops the Aether Remnant, but it lands over here onto this creep. Gunnar's not looking too healthy right now. He may be in need of assistance, but he does have his level 6. And as that happens, Monkeys Forever finds the kill on MJZ in the top lane.
That'll allow him to finish up these phase boots pretty quickly here. I was more so just focused on the mid lane here. You know, the fact that Leostyle did kind of get played there by Gunnar, allowing him to get that level 6 before him, makes this lane much more difficult for him. You know, if you do have that warpath, it's so much easier to chase him down. You get that extra movement speed and damage. Even, you know, with the 2 Astral Steps, you can get on top of him and zone Gunnar out of the lane. But he got so much more for just that one kill of Leostyle, playing a little bit over aggressive there.
A good job, though, of just putting that pressure down on Gunnar, but it's difficult. I mean, this is one of the problems, is that, you know, you need lockdown. You don't have the lockdown, especially when you're playing up against a Void Spirit. It's so difficult. Top lane, though, it looks like they're trying to make plays over here onto Monkeys Forever. Ocean flanking away, doesn't have that shackle shot. This might actually be a dead Monkeys Forever final impetus. Oh, it's not quite enough. It's so close, but Monkeys is actually just fine here. He's going to go right back in, get the last hit on the creep, start to heal up again. Does have to be careful, though. MJZ does have another impetus. There's a haste stream picked up, though, from Gunners. He's just going to run away as fast as possible and make his way up to the top lane. Just have that Astral Step. Nice Shackle coming through over onto MJZ, and that is a dead Enchantress.
Ocean finishing that one off. Classic position 4 gameplay. Stealing the kill from the mid. But it was a nice rotation by him. As you're saying, Enchantress doesn't have a whole lot of HP, so he drops very quickly. One thing I want to note in this lane here, Moxxi's Forever, he actually opted to go Wraithband and Chainmail before anything else. And of course, he put that second point into Thirst first. Oh.
They have the sentry down. They've got the Spirit Siphon. He's going to have to try to fight his way through as they turn back around. He's trying to just get off enough damage here over onto Frank. He's not going to be able to. Matthew, though, taking a lot of damage here. Is it going to be enough, though? He's got the rollover. We'll be able to slow down on Husky. They need to get one more hit off here, and they can't do it. Matthew gets the kill.
Oh, that geomatic grip he put the point into there made it so he couldn't get that heal off just as he was dying. He could have turned that and gotten away, but, you know, just outplayed there by Matthew.
Too greedy. Well, Monkeys at least has a lot of extra movement speed right now because of the fact that the Earth Spirit was sitting so low, but goes back to, well, farms, heals up. Everything's good again. Bottom lane, they're trying to make moves over here onto Frank with Gunner, but actually, they'll TP down Leo style to help deal with it. Husky trying to just de-ward here. We'll be able to go and grab it. Husky trying to run away does have that Heavenly Grace. They'll throw out the Aether Remnant. They'll slow down Leo style just a little bit, but I think he's still going to just keep charging at him. They've got enough stacks over here. And he goes, he pops the stick, but the quills are just too much as he falls.
Yeah, he tried to get out of that one the absolute best way he could there on Husky. He waited until the moment that that next knot connected before using the Heavenly Grace, but even then it just wasn't enough. You have so much extra movement speed with the Warpath, several heroes chasing you, you're just dead.
Indeed. And then Z now just kind of... It's funny because we've seen a lot of movement going on in this lane. They're just duking it out, but the only one who's died so far is MJZ. Gunner making his way back top, wants to try to get a pick off here. Good Shackle, except for the fact that he's got the rage. He's pushing those buttons too fast, but now it's going to leave him susceptible here to Gunner, who's got the double damage, and they're going to just chase down this creep. Astral Step comes out, Infest Bomb as well to simulate, finding MJZ. Are they going to be able to get the final hit off over on the side? Monkeys Forever will fall. Gunner, using the Astral Step, will be able to take down the Enchantress, but they lose Monkeys during all of this. Feels bad. But feels really good right now if you're MNZ, man. Fast fingers on those buttons.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you have to keep in mind, you know, he is playing from SA right now. Ping advantage is on 4Zoomers. Not an easy rage to pop as the Ocean pops out of nowhere and throws that out onto you. So, nice one there by him. And, you know, getting the kill onto Monkeys Forever, who was just able to sit in lane, and it felt impossible to zone him up till now. Feels pretty good.
Ocean is dead. Down he goes. Good rotation coming out here from Matthew, and they do use the Exorcism in the bottom lane, but they don't do enough to take down the tower.
In fact, tower's sitting pretty healthy, 1144 HP. With Exorcism down, I mean, you're probably not going to grow up with your team and use it for the next little while, though. You might have been slightly better off maybe waiting until like catapults before popping the Exorcism, though. I don't know. I think he's just trying to make movements on the map by himself. He knows that Matthew needs to sit top, secure farm for this Lifestealer, and MJZ, you know, he's not really going to be able to assist you in the bottom lane by yourself. You're just going to get blown up by the Clinks.
Stepped here coming out from the side of Thunder Predator as Omni's trying to get stacked, but Monkeys is just struggling here in this top lane. He doesn't have anyone to help him as they clean up yet another kill on him. Here, drums pop down in the bottom lane. Are they going to be able to finish off Frank? Yes, they are. Sammy Boy sitting very, very low here, but will survive another day. And in the top lane, chasing after Husky. Again, there's quite a few heroes here. Husky just rolling around in circles. He's already used that Heavenly Grace. Does have another heal bomb, but this is not looking very good for him right now as the slow comes out from the stone, and MNZ collects himself yet another kill.
And they're playing very aggressive under the tower right now because, you know, it is the 10-minute mark. This is where you have your catapult, so if they can clear this one up, a little bit of extra map control. This is the least important tower for them to grab, though. But after this one, I definitely think they're just going to move mid. Maybe try to use this one over here. In fact, Matthew is already making his way down here, but Leo style, he's got more important things in mind. He's farming up neutral creeps here.
Gotta get his creeps on, you know? Jump down here over on Sammy Boy. Ocean makes his way over.
It's just not fair.
What was that about?
Oh, MJZ just got sad for a moment, I guess. You know,
This is
they're emo sometimes. What can I say?
It's actually an incredibly sad line. Midas
You can
finished
always
on.
get what you want.
I'm gonna say I don't like Midas, but I think it might be the way to go this game.
Oh, that one wasn't me. I don't know what that long sound was.
Ooh, apologies.
Aha! We found out it's you. I thought it was me. Matthew, though, does have a life stealer bomb inside of him. He's all smoked up. He's hoping maybe they can get the jump on Ocean here as Frank goes for the exorcism and that spirit siphon pop out over here into Ocean, and he is very dead. So a good use of that infest bomb, and they should be able to take this tier 1. I'd like to see some other movement on the map here from the side of the Zoomers to kind of counteract, but yeah, down goes the tower, and MNZ is now in position to start farming up the enemy jungle.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's where he's probably gonna sit for the next couple of minutes up until he finishes, like, say, a Manta style or a Zantaniyasha. I'm curious of whether he's gonna go status resistance or he's gonna go for the D spell in order to deal with silence from Bloodseeker and eventually Void Spirit.
Sammy wants this kill here, but he's gonna back off.
It's not fair.
He's actually playing a lot less aggressive than you'd otherwise see a lot of Clinks players, though.
Yeah, and I'm an idiot. I forgot that they changed it back to Death Pact being his ultimate.
They keep changing it around. It's hard to keep track of exactly what it is, but yeah, it's the old Death Pact as well.
Yeah, they've changed it a couple times now.
Before it gave you the flat amount regardless of what you ate. Now it gives you the old Death Pact of the bonus damage and the flat damage again.
Exorcism? Nope. Sorry, not exorcism. That was the spirit siphon. Sure is on here on this mid tower. How do they get into this? Looks like Gunner will just clean him out. Hold up with that blood right with the silence. Draws out the Aether Remnant over onto M's and Z. Heavenly Grace gets applied. The roll forward coming out for Matthew. He's looking to go just silence up Gunner. Monkey's forever doing whatever he can here, but it can only really drop that blood right. Beautiful shackle, though, coming out as the whole Leo Style and Matthew together, but do they have the damage? It's not looking like they can finish it up as they go, and they use that infest, keep him alive just a little bit longer here. Gunner trying to run away again. They use the Guardian Angel. Matthew will fall. So they do manage to fall. Oh, the power shot from Ocean, as now Frank dragged right back into the arms of the side of 4Zoomers. This is going to be a Death Prophet as well. And it looks like Sammy Boy, he wants this kill on Leo Style. He's going to chase after him here, but they'll back off. They'll drop the blood right. He sidesteps it. Monkeys really wants this kill. He's just sitting very, very low. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to quite catch him. They've got the Aether Step. And they drop out the Remnant. Sidestep, though, coming out from Leo Style. This man is just got his dancing shoes on right now. Teleports are coming out now from the rest of the team. They chased him for so long that his teammates have respawned. So it looks like 4Zoomers will respect it, and they won't go for the dive. But middle tower is getting taken down, so they'll even out the lanes a little bit more. And Sammy Boy picking up the Arcane Rune. He's going to just go run through, find himself a big ol' creep to Midas at some point. Look at all these pings coming out. They know he's got to be over here. But he's already left. Grabs himself up the bounty rune. He's happy. This passive Midas, though. Oh, MNZ? Sammy Boy? MNZ? Ocean? Hello?
Hmm?
They just walk right past the Lifestealer. That's interesting. I'm surprised they didn't ping it out and try to make something happen. Sammy Boy, they dust him up here, but he's going to be very, very quick. He'll turn back around over onto MJZ, dropping the blood right. That's going to be the Exorcism coming out again, and they'll use the Rupture, so they'll be able to hold him into place. Sammy Boy now forced to run away. MNZ just sitting behind here. Frank chasing after Monkeys forever with this Exorcism. MNZ also chasing down Sammy Boy. I believe the dust is just about to wear off. Yes, it's gone. He can go run away. He's got the heals coming out here from Husky. They do have the Lifestealer, though, in the creep. They'll turn their attention back around. Leo Style fighting with Ocean. Gunner also fighting over here with Matthew. They have the Spirit Vessel of Charge, but the pop out. Gunner, he's going to die here. Doesn't have any way to escape as Sammy Boy finishes up on the back lines. Husky trying to run away. Not going to be able to outrun this Exorcism, though, as Monkeys Forever and Sammy Boy, they walk out. They still have MNZ and MJZ. Pretty fast over here on Monkeys Forever. He's gonna need to run, though. Although they don't have any means of canceling out a TP at this time, so he could just TP, just like that. Yes, exactly. And that's the problem with the Thunder Predator draft right now.
Yep, that was a huge problem with it last game. The lack of disable, just Pugna being able to save everybody they want. You did take a favorable team fight there, though. Grabbing that Void Spirit was super important. I mean, slowing down his game, stopping him getting an Aghanim Scepter is going to save your Earth Spirit, your Life Stealer, your Enchantress on the back line. Well, I guess just your Life Stealer from getting blown up prior to him finishing up, say, a Manta style or being forced to build a BKB, because it feels really bad when the enemies have silence against you. Suddenly that default BKB magic immunity inside your kit isn't doing anything. He's going for the status resistance build, though. He's going to go for the Sanjin Yasha this game. Build the Yasha first, because I think he wasn't sure whether or not, he wasn't sure whether the Clinks would be a big problem. Sometimes you just rush that Orchid on him and you can blow the Lifestealer up because he doesn't have a huge amount of armor. But he sees that he's going for the, he sees the Blightstone in his back right. I think he knows he's going to go for the Desolator at this point.
Makes sense.
Sammy's boy's farm has fallen off a little bit, though. He spent a lot of time just walking around, not doing anything there.
Yeah, definitely not the Clinks that you want to see. You want to see one that's very, very active, that's making things happen. But to be fair, too, the way that the Thunder Predator has been playing, they immediately respond anytime one of them shows up, so... it has been a difficult Clinks game for him.
Yep. And we are actually seeing Ocean going for the MKB first that we see Moon do a lot. We were talking about that in the drafting phase. Whether or not they're able to take these team fights against Thunder Predator before the Guardian Angel wears off. Because they have a little bit of a damage problem. Sammy Boy is the main means there. And you love these drawn out fights with the Bristleback, with Earth Spirits Magnetized, with Exorcism. So they want to stop them from being able to get what they want there. The question is, are you going to be able to find the space to get the MKB on Ocean?
They smoke up and TP out after taking the tier 2, and it's going to take a little bit to take down this Roche. They need to be really, really careful. Leo Style making his way over. They already used the Exorcism, though, on Frank, so they don't have to worry about that. Lifestealer Bomb popping out, though, over onto 3 heroes. They have to use the Guardian Angel, but they have too much magic damage. They're still able to take down Husky, as now Gunner forced to run away. Matthew will be the next to fall. Sammy Boy, he can't escape fast enough. He's also going to go down. It's a double kill now for MNZ. Very ambitious coming out from the side of 4Zoomers to go for that Roche. And they're going to go right back into the pit. They draw back on Frank, though. They don't want to allow him to be a part of this. They've got the Spirit Siphon. Sorry, not Siphon. The Vessel on him. Leo Style chasing down Gunner. They have that silence. He doesn't have any Astral Steps left. FT's dead.
Just like the... I don't think he can do it. Yeah, he will go way too far forward. And MNZ, he finds Ocean over there. I think, I didn't see that one, but he might have tried to pop that wind run and then man fight him. But you have the Maelstrom. That also pierces evasion. Missed that one on the back line. So 4-for-2 fight there, and these kills on Clinks, they're just worth so much. And in no time at all, you're able to take this Roshan thanks to the Snot on Leo Style.
Looking a lot more impressive than the last one we saw in the mid lane. All right, well, MNZ sitting top of the net worth here. They're looking for another fight. Yeah, throws down the sentry ward. They want to keep tabs over here on Sammy Boy. What that roll was, but there's going to be the runes coming up, and Leo Star just turns his back to everybody. They've got enough damage here, but MNZ chasing down Husky, knows that he doesn't have any ways to stun up, and just immediately gets obliterated. The rest of the side of the Zoomers, they back off. MJZ, almost gets drawn up over onto that cliff. Not quite enough, though. Gunner immediately assimilating back down again. Just a little bit of a warding war going on.
We're about to see... Oh, no, it's already unfortunate. The Heaven's Halberd was just completed on the Bristleback, and this is... so he's got the Vanguard and the Heaven's Halberd before Clinks manages to finish that Desolator. And, I was talking about the lack of long, drawn-out fights, and Sammy Boy needing to be able to burst them down. When he's hit with that Heaven's Halberd, he's not going to be doing anything, and you have no damage coming out from your team at this point. You have just the Spirit Vessel right now, but it's got no charges on Gunner.
Be able to burst down MJZ very quickly here. Silence with the Infest Bomb. Sammy, you're going to pay for that kill, my friend. One more hit will do the trick, and Frank also will get taken down. Monkeys Forever now left behind, trying to run away, but there's so much snot that heal, plus the Heavenly Grace buys him a little bit more time, but they still manage to land the stone, and he just gets so slowed down. Gunner now left behind here with Ocean. He was trying to kill Matthew, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to, although with that Guardian Angel coming out, they'll be able to turn it back around again, but Ocean perhaps just gone a little bit too far at this point. Does have the wind run. He's going to try to TP out and can't do it. They have too much damage coming out from Leo's style.
And, you know, you can bring down everyone else on this team, and yes, your Spirit Vessel counters out the Death Prophet, but at this point, how do you deal with the Bristleback and the Lifestealer here? Especially given the disarm from the Bristleback. I mean, Sammy Boy, you tried to take that fight. First 5 seconds, couldn't do anything. He was dead a second or two after that. You no longer have the damage because of this Heaven's Halberd. You need some sort of solution to it, but, you know, Pierce's magic here, well, even if you get by a BKB, if he gets it off on you first, you're not attacking for 5 seconds of your BKB. I'm not sure where they go from here. I think Ocean needs to start scaling very fast. And he finishes the Demon Edge, I believe. But he's still another 1,400 gold away from finishing his MKB. You have the exact same problem with him if you go Heaven's Halberd. You could build one on Lifestealer as well if you wanted to. Disassemble that Sanjin Yasha, as we see it God King do.
Ken Frank, though, gets picked off with the... I mean, that gold's going to help him get towards that MKB. The roll through here coming out from Matthew. Does have the Infest Bomb. They have vision over here onto Sammy Boy. They'll pop out. They still see him. It's all dusted up. He's got to run away. And it looks like the Omni's going to be able to keep him alive a little bit longer. He goes, he drops one of those little guys, but Husky is going to die for his saving here.
Everybody else is able to get out. I'm not sure they're going to be able to take any objective off of this on Thunder Predator. Fortunately, you know, the Death Prophet is down. With Exorcism off a cooldown. And Roshan is not up, even though they took the fight near the pit. But, you know, still holding on to the Aegis on Lifesteal. I don't think he's going to get any use out of it. I think they just dodge for the next minute and a half here on 4Zoomers.
I don't know if they can really dodge here with Leostyle just running at Gunner here. Quite a few steps. Is forced to use that other Astral Step. And looks like they're trying to hunt over here onto Frank. And man, he just melts, actually. Desolator plus the damage coming out from Windrunner's Focus Fire. So that's a nice pick off. Oh, but they cancel out his TP. Ocean will die for this. Couple more hits, couple stacks of these quills. Ocean, nice shackle, buys him a little bit more time, but they're just rolling on in Autobots.
Yeah, and, you know, he buys out before he dies there. I think he'll end up losing 90 gold from the tower that Monkeys Forever got there. But, you know...
Dizzy? Oh, Sammy, too aggressive, too ambitious, and you're dead for it.
These are the plays he has to make, though. You know, he got the Death Prophet behind the tier 2 tower here, and that was great. But, you know, because you can't fight into the enemy team... you have to go for these super risky plays, and it's like, okay, why are you there? It's not worth it. Well, he has no other options right now. It feels super rough for them. MKB's almost done for the Wind Ranger, but that's your position 4, and you're about to hit. Okay. You actually do have the money for the Aghanim Scepter now in the Void Spirit, and he completes it. So they're hitting a couple timings right now, and this is the same time the Aegis expires. It still doesn't look amazing for a fight, but, you know, this might be one of the best opportunities that they have on 4Zoomers if they want to push and smoke forward onto them. In fact, that looks like what they're about to do here. All right, I take it back. Ocean was sitting on top of the high ground with the heroes with the smoke. He baited me.
He did indeed. But no, it would make sense if they thought that they could possibly get something out of this, because they know that the Death Prophet is split up from everyone, right? Because Gunnar was playing with her in the top lane. But it's like they're just going to try to shove out the lanes. You've got the mid and the bottom pushed out, and there is an Enchantress over here. Just happened to have left that bounty rune. I don't think they're going to get too overly aggressive. I'd like to see some more vision getting placed up on the side of the Radiant. Keep tabs on what's going on over here on the Dire side.
It's hard, though, when the enemies are so good at taking fights against you, they control the map. You know, the moment they walk through your wards, they just can get rid of them immediately. I'm surprised, you know, given how much dominance Thunder Predator is showing, they don't just buy a gem to deward everything.
True.
I guess they are still susceptible to death. You know, everyone on well, I guess him and Z, but he wants every inventory.
MJZ is looking like he might be very dead here, unless up till mischance. Nope, he's toast. And the tier 2 though gets taken down by Thunder Predator while this is going on. So yeah, you killed our Enchantress, but we're the ones taking the objectives right now.
Yeah.
Gunner TPing in, gets the Astral Step forward, sees that Matthew's there, and he's just going to hop into his support, and they are going to TP away down to the bottom lane where Monkey's Forever is, so he needs to be careful. He can actually just get blown up too, and that's exactly what ends up happening. That Blade Mail's pretty nice, but you don't have enough hit points there to make it really that effective right now, unfortunately, Mr. Monkeys.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunate, and you know, Lifesteal did it quite well as well, being able to pop that rage and just attack him through it. Everything seems to be going right for Thunder Predator, and you know, as you said, you take the tier 2 at the only price you pay is Enchantress, but this is like the only plays that they have.
Right.
Like they need to take unfavorable trades instead of just letting them run the map right now, and they're doing exactly that on Zoomers. Is kind of nice. Sammy Boy, he has to play so far forward and aggressive, you know. Against any well-coordinated team, these are such risky moves. But it's all he's got.
He's doing the best he can, but it's really difficult right now. They've got only a 2k net worth lead, but I have to say that Thunder Predator just playing this map so much better. And really just kind of taking away these resources. Like you said, it's making it so risky for Sammy and Gunner to do anything at all.
You know what's kind of funny to me?
What?
When you come out of Invis on Clinks, you get the Skeleton Archer, right?
Uh-oh, Gunner, silenced up, jumped on, gonna get stunned up too. He's gonna try to dissimulate over onto the high ground. He's got the Astral Step, and he's actually gonna survive here. That's close. If he had a little bit more range, that was a dead Gunner. But what about the little burning army man?
It actually says nothing on the tooltip, even when you hold alt, about any, you know, skeleton soldier, even though I feel like it's a pretty significant part of the ability.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We're still...
Little things. Little things.
I mean, we just got out of beta, Neph. You really can't ask for that. Come on now. Be patient.
Oh, look at this tower melt.
He's afraid, though. He doesn't know where anyone else is on the enemy team, so he backs off.
As he should be.
Agreed.
You're getting overconfident right now.
Oh, Leo style getting dragged in here. They'll open up. They've got that rupture. The roll through, though, coming in. Immediately, they'll follow up, though. They've got the Guardian Angel. Clink's trying to chonk away over here onto MNZ. Monkey's Forever, though. He just gets taken down so quickly as they use the Exorcism. Heel's coming out from Frank. He's going to survive a little bit longer over on the back line. So they almost managed to take down MJZ, but he's still alive. Ocean, he's looking for this kill. I don't think he's going to be able to find as they go. They take down Husky. Ocean just too far deep here now. He is going to fall as now Gunner forced to run away. Use those Astral Steps defensively. It's just too scary for him to go toe-to-toe here. And MNZ's not giving up here. Does get dragged in by the 8th Remnant. Trying to buy himself a little bit more time. Does have those phase boots, though. He's pretty fast. I don't think they're going to be able to catch Gunner here.
No, he's...
They do have a basher, though. MNZ might get a little bit lucky. Roll forward. Matthew just a little bit off the mark. Very, very close. And in the bottom lane, Sammy Boy's still here, so... You know, after all is said and done, you lose a couple of these heroes, but he's still going to be able to take the tower. I think that's the best case scenario for 4Zoomers, honestly, after all that.
Yeah, I feel as if they forgot themselves and where they really stood in comparison to Thunder Predator right there. I mean, yes, you're holding the triangle. That's an excellent point to take a fight, but, you know, this is exactly how the last couple of fights have gone. You can't blow up the Clinks or the Lifestealer at this point. Death Prophet is probably going to be saved in these fights. You can't really blow her up either. If you can, it doesn't really matter. And of course, Clinks isn't going to be able to do anything before they burst him down, thanks to the Heaven's Halberd.
Neph, they know. They saw the Clinks as courier. They've got a Lifestealer bomb. They're smoked up. The roll in over onto Sammy Boy. The silence that hits everything. And the kitchen stinky just got jebaited.
Yeah.
You'd love to see it. It's a nice little play there, but... Now Gunner, the Yule Scepter gets used by Matthew, rolls forward, connects, gets the silence off. He's trying to run away here. He goes, he throws out that little bubble trying to negate some of this damage, but there's too much. He can't do it. Still alive, that long range impetus. No, he goes, he dodges. They do have a ward. They've got the vision, the roll forward again coming out here from Matthew. Gunner trying to run away. He's silenced up though, and he will fall.
He messed that one up there, actually. on Gunnar. He double astral stepped it on top of himself there instead of.
Oh no.
Yeah. He's just trying to make space when Sammy Boy's dead, though. He needs to be playing this far forward and cutting creep waves to buy his team some time. I mean, once again, it feels super rough. It is really limited what you can do. You know, they're doing everything they can with so little. I mean, Sammy Boy, you know, taking the tier 2 tower bottom while the enemy takes Roche. These are all really good plays, but from draft and item perspective, there's so little you can do.
Lindsay needs to be careful here. He's doing that thing where he starts hitting buildings and doesn't have the rest of his team super close by right away.
Mm-hmm.
You know he's got an Aegis, but, you know, be a little careful there, Minos. Teleports are coming out. Good Shackle landing over on the back lines here. They're going to try to burst down Leo style. He's going to get a ride, though, as MNZ goes right back in again. That temporary hit points feels really, really nice. Gets healed up, but they're looking like they want to go right back in. They're trying to clean up this creep wave. Rest of the team is here. Frank is here. Does have the exorcism if they want to try to burn it. Lotus Orb, it looks like they've committed.
Mm-hmm. Then
Drawing over onto Leo style. He doesn't mind being tanking all of that. These ghosts. You know, this Deso's doing a decent amount of damage, but the leap forward here coming out from Gunners, just trying to push back and forth on them a little bit, get them off of their racks. Get healed up by MJZ, those sprites. They drop a sentry ward. I think it's pretty hard for them to break into this high ground without a pick-off, though, especially when everybody's home.
Mm-hmm. Holding their positioning very well on 4Zoomers, not committing too far forward, and so you end up wasting the majority of that exorcism. You actually get the tier 3, but you know, managed holding the melee bags, and from like such a disadvantage, that feels pretty good right now. They didn't use the Aegis or the cheese there, unfortunately. Aegis lasting another minute and 50 seconds, so they'll probably go for another push long before then. I think probably a little bit before the next exorcism comes up, they'll put themselves in front of a tower. Maybe even sooner than that. Alright. I can't tell what MNZ wants to do.
MNZ wants to fight. That's what MNZ wants to do. They just hopped on in. Had that Abyssal Blades.
You know, walks back and forth, like looking like he's gonna walk up to the triangle, but also to the creep wave there. If it's throwing me off, you know, it's probably throwing the enemies off as well, given that we have like vision of everything.
The Infest Bomb coming out now again over in Matthew. He's been the automobile of choice. Sammy Boy is in this bottom lane, and they would love to be able to blow him up again. Roll forward, though. Looks like Ocean has spotted him out. It's going to roll forward. They do manage to find Sammy as well. They'll jump immediately over onto the Clinks. He is absolutely toast here. Ocean going to be able to fight through over here onto Matthew, but Yule Scepter comes out. They just go, they try to purge off, and now looks like Ocean going to be able to walk away from this. But they lost Sammy Boy. They might try to force a buyback out of him.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see if they can pull that one off. You know, your Aegis expiring in another 30 seconds. You actually don't have Fortify available. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Sammy was forced to buy back here. In fact, you are absolutely correct, Moxxi.
Well, pressure being placed on these racks. They have a couple of these creeps. Lotus Orb gets placed over here on MNZ. Look, they'll use the Exorcism.
Mm-hmm.
They have that one little creep over there enchanted. They'll take down these racks here in the bottom lane. Forcing now over here onto the mid lane. They still have not forced out that buyback. Rupture's gonna get used, and it doesn't feel like they really care, but the Aegis does get reclaimed, so MNZ does have to be careful. Hops a ride here into Leo set. Look how tanky he is now. And they're just gonna walk away. Easy peasy.
Heal back up to full. Sammy Boy was aggressively pinging while he was dead there. Unfortunately,
really want to fight Leo style with that much?
No. Hey, Gunner was a little bit slow cutting the mid wave, and that's what gave him the ability to take that rack down. The wave came in from mid, even though it was cut over here, and the waves had met up, but it just didn't catch it fast enough. So of course, backdoor protection stopped them from getting the mid tower as well with that exorcism, but I don't think he was happy about that one. Had aggressively pinged the creep wave.
Yeah. Does not seem happy indeed. I don't know. This is looking real difficult now for the side of 4Zoomers to win. About 9k, teetering between a 9 and to 10k net worth lead. And I just feel like they don't have these solutions. The roll forward over here onto Husky. He's going to try to save himself. And they do have the Guardian Angel, so MNZ, though, oh, he gets popped by Sammy Boy! He immediately just falls over here. Monkeys Forever has his eyes over on Frank. We've got the Lotus Orb. It's going to bounce right back over here. Silence gets used. They need something to cancel out the TP, and they have another Yules coming out. Looks like they'll be able to go. They find the kill on Ocean over on the back line, but Frank gets drawn back in again. He will fall. As MJZ trying to teleport away. Do they have anything to cancel out the TP? They have enough damage to get the kill. So, you know, I just Caster's Curse myself. I was like, yeah, I don't know how they come back into this. That's how they come back into this.
Mm-hmm. And that one just a result of the lack of armor on the Lifestealer, you know? Him with the 15, he ended up getting hit by Orb of Destruction, Desolator, and Assault Cuirass on the Clinks, and he was silenced up by the Bloodright. So he just got bursted down in no time at all. You know, if you don't get the Heaven's Halberd off on a Sammy Boy, you can take these fights. I wasn't paying attention to the Bristleback's positioning in that one. Like, it's all got to be coming from Sammy Boy, but when he does get on you, he blows you up so fast.
We have just seen that there's a double damage rune available down here. But no one's spotted it out yet.
Right,
Top tower's going to get taken down by Gunner. They're so close to it. They don't know. They don't know about the double damage rune.
Moxxi tried to tell you.
I'm trying. One of you. Any of you.
You especially.
You especially. Oh, Leo does not see it. Maybe Gunner will find it? No?
Was it that he just finished on and what neutral? I mean, I think he might hold on to the Orb of Destruction right now. Ooh, Timeless Relic for the Faceless Void. That, or sorry, Void Spirit.
Faceless Void. He is a Void. You are right.
Yeah. Well,
but
purple guy.
The Quickening Charm.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Who you
Get Matthew.
The relic to? Wind Ranger, maybe? Oh, yeah. I'll hand it over to Ocean. He is the
put it in the bag and no one gets
4Zoomers
hurt.
now. Yes. You love to see it. Position 4 is king, everybody. He's got his BKB. He's got his Muggy King bar. We're going to see like 4.5 second disables with the shackle shot. MKDB damage is amped to 115 now. Let's go, Ocean. Where my Ocean fans at? This is time to shine.
Like to see some zooms in the chat if you're a Zoomer fan.
Mm-hmm.
Port Ocean. Smoke gets used. They do see a couple pings, though, and Matthew is still here. He's got the Lifestealer bomb. He's hoping he can find someone. I don't think he realizes how many people are about to show up, though, if he's not careful. Looks like they'll find Leo Style. Matthew, though, getting into position with the roll. Goes forward. Doesn't quite manage to land it. Leo Style just absolutely melts. BKB comes out now from Ocean. They want to try to grab up Matthew, but look, they just don't even want to deal with it. They say, take me out of here. And away they go.
Stunned lockdown on the Bristleback. He's going to need a bit more HP and armor himself, you know? Again, just massive damage coming out from the enemies when they are able to get their hands on you. And this is something that I talked about way earlier on. You know, are you able to burst down these enemy heroes if the only real damage you have is coming out from Sammy Boy and they have a Heaven's Halberd? BKB is being worked on Sammy Boy now, though. You know, if he gets this and he's able to get his attacks off before getting disarmed, he could blow up the entire enemy team.
I mean, he's already starting to blow up the entire enemy team.
Mm-hmm. The solutions
really good engagements.
The solutions are there, though. I mean, it is a serious lack of armor on the Thunder Predator heroes, though, and they're like they're building assault cuirasses on.
Roche is up.
Hmm?
Just respawned, and I think that's going to be the next objective here. Yeah, Sammy runs right into that pit. This thing should melt so fast here. I don't even think they can respond to it in time. There's still a double damage rune down there, by the way. Career gets taken down. It's just Huskies. Witless Shaco does get found by the Enchantress. But down it goes, and we get an Aghanim's Blessing as well. Looks like Sammy Boy has picked that up. Not sure I like it on him. I would have liked it maybe on someone else, but, you know.
Mm-hmm. I thought this was going to be the Ocean game. Ocean fans, please get mad at Sammy Boy. You know, he's supposed to get the double wind run. He's supposed to be the main character here.
Now he's just a side character.
Oh, no.
Disaster.
Yeah, I mean, and the double rupture doesn't feel that good this game. Everyone's going to stand their ground or just continue to walk.
We've got a lot of Yule Scepters, too. Omniags wouldn't be terrible, but it's not really that necessary either.
Well, they don't have Nullifier. It's very good. But, you know, they have the Enchantress. I'm going to spell it, and they are working on the Nullifier on MNZ right now. Yule Scepter, of course, also dispels. Yeah, so, a couple of the heroes have Yules. I take back my statement completely. Sammy Boy's the hero.
He's the anime protagonist here. Roll forward, though, over onto Monkeys Forever, and he's tanky, but they've got the Abyssal Blade, so he's gonna try to buy himself a little bit more time. He eats up the cheese because the rest of the team is coming in hot here. They didn't expect that. They have the Guardian Angel, and they're chasing over on the back lines. MJZ trying to stay alive. Sammy Boy just chonking them down, though. They'll find the kill over on the Enchantress. Over on the other side, though, they're gonna be fan fighting over onto Matthew, and they see MNZ. He's trying to TP out, and they do manage to go and run him away. But the Zoomers are here, and boy, are they looking bloodthirsty. Sammy Boy hoping that anyone has stuck around, but they've already left.
There's a cheese usage from each team there. And Black King Bar was popped there on the Wind Ranger, down to 7 seconds. I don't think you're going to be able to get the tier 3, but the tier 2 is pretty nice. So Outer Tower's taken by both teams now, and the game is starting to look a bit more even. Once again, Sammy Boy...
The Abyssal Blade comes out over onto Sammy Boy, but they followed up Lotus Orb to come too. He's going to have to go hide himself into a creep. Oh no, I feel like you can siege a little bit here now. Best popping out again. Sammy backing off. Supports are going to be up in a couple seconds here. How strong do you feel, Zoomers?
You've got the
Abyssal
armor
Blade
now.
down for another 12 seconds. They'll push out the fortification. Gunner gonna bounce away. Looks like they'll respect it. Matthew is just about to respawn. They managed to get the fortification out, so they can just chill for a little bit. And they almost managed to take that tier 3 as well. They get some sort of a pick-off, that's going to open the door again for them to get in. And, yeah, Ocean is very powerful now. Goodness.
He holds the gem because he's the protagonist, of course.
Alright.
They're working on, what is this, a Lincoln Sphere for some reason on MNZ. I guess he's just worried about, you know, getting gone on and blown up or getting hit by this, God, Nullifier. Burning Army hasn't really even used yet, unfortunately.
It was used one fight, but Scotty's completed now for Sammy. Oh, man. They've hung in there. Things are starting to get real scary, like.
One thing that could actually just be terrifying is like a Refresher Shard Burning Army coming out from Clinks at the end. If the enemies just aren't able to approach their towers and then you blow them up very quickly with the Clinks. This Orb of Destruction was such a boon for 4Zoomers.
How did they not see that ward over there? Yeah, they ping it out. They have a gem over here on the Wind Ranger. Take it down. Nostalgia's giving them his back. But they're able to just siege the tower and they take it down, no problem. Lotus Orb place over onto Leo. Draw them back a little bit here. Sammy needs to be a bit careful. They do have that Abyssal Blade, but they've got the Lotus over on Sammy again. He's just gonna try fighting them down with that Burning Army. Taking these buildings to drag back over onto MJZ. No one's even really paying that much attention to him. That's the craziest thing about it. Of course, go and use the Ghost Scepter. The step in though, Gunner. Starting to think about making a hard jump on this. And over here, Leo style, he just gets blown up. There's no buyback on this Bristleback for 90-something seconds. Look at this damage coming out from Sammy. They just can't get anywhere close to him right now. He's doing too much. The step forward from Gunner, just poking and prodding, making them back away. They're too afraid. They don't know when they're actually going to go in for this full-on committal.
I think he just takes the engine here.
There's a jump forward again over here onto Frank. Frank trying to use that Ghost Scepter to his advantage. Sammy Boy, though, he doesn't seem to care. It goes, they pop that A on disc. On the back lines, Monkey's fighting with Matthew. The buyback comes out now from the Enchantress. Frank is just taking too much damage. He's down. There's no exorcism. Aegis does get reclaimed while this is happening. Monkey's the jump forward over here. He's actually still alive with those Guardian Gears. No, at the last second, he is going to get taken down. More buybacks coming out in mass. They wanted to finish this up. MNZ sitting very, very low. MNZ will fall. Gunner stepping forward. He's got that Nullifier over here on MNZ. They take him down. This is looking so bad now for the side of Thunder Predator. I'm thinking that this is going to be the end. The double. Yeah, there it is. The GG gets called. 4Zoomers. They dive in the fountain, getting the kills for a team wipe.
They bring it back. I didn't think that they could do it. You know, every fight looks so rough, and even though you weren't able to fight the enemy team, you took these small victories for every loss that you took. The enemies take the fight in the triangle, get Roshan, you get bottom tier 2. The enemies try to push forward into your racks, you push them back just barely by not committing. Such patient and defensive Dota coming out from them that they ended up making it through the window that Thunder Predator had. I do think a little bit had to do with picking up that Orb of Destruction on Sammy Boy. That was a big part of this one, but after a certain point, they did manage to have the burst damage to take down the heroes on Thunder Predator. You love to see it. I think the lack of armor may have cost Thunder Predator some of this game, but they also knew that they needed to hit a certain window of timing, and they just weren't able to close out the game.
Yeah, I mean, for a while it was neck and neck. I even said at one point, I don't know how they survived this over on the side of 4Zoomers, but then they took a fantastic fight. They took a fight over in mid. They managed to blow up Leo Style and Lifestealer, and just all the other pieces started to fall apart here on the side of Thunder Predator. Zoomers, they looked good. They got off a couple of these really nice ultimates from the Omni Knight too. I thought Matthew and MNZ, they were playing really, really well. They had a good vehicle to kind of roll around with these Lifestealer bombs, but it just started to fall apart. And not sure about the Frank Death Prophet. I'm not sure if they were thinking that was going to be a Leo style mid. They were forced to shift things around, but a lot of it, I think, comes down to the fact that 4Zoomers hung in there. They hung in there. They were able to get Klinks the damage that he needed, and also they were able to get Wind Ranger to the point where they were very formidable, because, Ocean ended that game 11-7 and 13, and it really, really helped for sure. Poor Monkeys just took so much damage.
Actually, just sent Sammy Boy a message. I think we're gonna be able to grab Husky for a post-game interview.
Ooh, excellent.
Do you write down a couple of questions? I'm gonna have to make some up on the spot real quick for this guy. Just being sent over his Discord. Give me a second, everybody.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to it. Oh man, I've seen so much Dota today. I'm trying to think back on game number 1 right now. Good grief.
I mean, game number 1, it looked pretty convincing, like the entire time for 4Zoomers. It just didn't have a very good game there. That was the Leo style mid on Lena. He did an amazing job there, but
Right.
Unfortunately, the enemies just kept on rotating onto him. All right, I'm gonna pull Husky into the call real quick.
Awesome. Let's get him in here. Didn't they keep volunteering Husky the entire time?
No, I think it was Ocean that kept volunteering.
They kept volunteering Ocean. Hello, is this Husky?
Hey.
Hey, Husky, congratulations on the victory.
Thanks.
You guys did awesome. We had a lot of fun watching them go back and forth here, and have a couple questions for you for a little post-game interview. Thanks for taking the time to join us.
Yeah, no problem.
One of my questions that I have for you is how nervous were you in the second game? Because it felt like this Lifestealer was getting really big and scary, and it was taking some time for, Sammy to get the items that he needed. And of course, just waiting for Ocean to pick up all those items to really become a core, or as Neph likes to say, to become the protagonist of the game. But,
yeah, I think we just realized too late that they have one stun. They have only Air Spirit, and we can just constantly cut waves and split push, and they can't do anything. And if we realized this a few minutes earlier, I think the game would have been a lot easier. But once we figured that out, I think it was kind of chill.
So just like the lack of catch on you guys, I saw even the fights you were losing the enemy triangle, they took Roshan after that, but Sammy Boy just split pushing. And that Orb of Destruction you got was such a boon for them. You guys just able to blow people up so fast.
Yeah.
It looked super difficult for me because I was looking at this stuff, and once they got a Heaven's Halberd on the Bristleback, Sammy Boy was your only damage, and it didn't look like you'd be able to take any fights if he got disarmed.
Yeah, Ocean was like, I'll have MKB soon, and then we can kill people, and then we did. We killed Bristle. I mean, this guy exploded. We didn't think he would die, and then we got MKB, and he actually exploded. So,
dude, I didn't think that you were going to be able to kill him. I literally during the cast was watching you guys play, and I say to Neph, I was like, I'm not sure what the 4Zoomers can do here. And then immediately, you guys just went mid, and you just blew up. You blew up Leo style on that that bristleback, and I was like, oh my god, okay, I'm eating my words now, and everything just turned around after that. It was wild to watch, honestly.
Yeah, it was fun.
I have another question too, and so it seems like those two games you guys kind of struggled a little bit earlier on. I felt like Leo Style was this big scary guy who was getting things done with the Lena too in game number 1. He seemed very, very scary. What did you guys decide to kind of do to slow him down? Because it started getting to the point where, you know, he just started to fall off more and more. I think Neph and I looked at his items at one point, and he had been trying to get a Force Staff, I think, for like the last, 5 minutes? What was the decision making behind how to kind of dodge Leo Style and then also knock him down a bit?
I mean, his early game would have been a lot slower if we didn't mess up the second gank on a mid where he got a double kill. That was supposed to be like the second death on him. Would have been really bad for his game because his hero was really bad from behind. But yeah, she had a pretty good game because we fucked up and died. And then like in the mid game fights, like basically Terrorblade would live and kill everyone, but the rest of his team died, which is why the Lena's game is so bad because we would just ignore Terrorblade, then he'd clean up. It's kind of what happened.
Mm-hmm. In the second game, I noticed like a lot of the time you were sitting really far on the back line. They weren't able to see, you know, the last fights. You're just popping smoke. You think if the enemies, you know, use like the Earth Spirit as a vehicle to get on top of you and then blow you up with the Abyssal Blade instead to start the fights as they disarmed Leo Style, disarmed Sammy Boy, they might have been able to win. It looked like they kind of forgot about you in the very back.
Yeah, so I mean, the smoke at the high ground is something Nigma does a lot, where they just smoke their backlines, and it's basically like you can never see them, so you have to like try and wrap around and break their smoke, and then go on them all at the same time. So it's really hard. And they only have one stun again, aside from the Abyssals. And I mean, the mid fight before we went high ground, they Abyssal bladed me. I was kind of too far up, and then I just got Lotus by Gunner, and I didn't die before getting my ult off. So it's like really hard because if I get Greaves ult off, I don't think they can win the fight.
Right.
But yeah, that's probably their best like strategy is to kill me because they can't kill anyone else.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you got Husky over here. I'd like to see you try. But I do have a message from our production who has a question. And Sakai wants to ask, when did you feel like you guys were in the driver's seat? Like, when did you really feel like, okay, this is our game to win?
In game 1 or 2?
Both actually. I mean, I know that you said that once Ocean got the MKB, you were feeling a lot better because he just blew up. But like in the first game too, when did you realize, okay, this is our game to win? We just got to be chill. We got to just put our minds to it and go for it.
So in game 2, they stole the first Roche when I feel like they used meta and it was like no one died and we were like, okay, we wait out Aegis, we wait out meta, we take Aegis and the game's over. And then they made a really good play and they just ran to Roche while they had meta up and we didn't expect it. Mm-hmm. So then they got Aegis, which extended the game by a lot longer. And then I think when I hit level 18, I realized they could never kill Egg with Mars. So I don't know when we felt like it was 100% secured, but like once the Terrorblade's BKB goes down, it becomes really hard for them. Because he's like their only damage.
Right. We actually noted that at one point he didn't even have boots anymore because he was just trying everything.
Yeah, this guy's 1v5.
It was a struggle for him for sure. Do we have any other questions here for Mr. Husky?
No, it's just more so curious about like the backline, whatnot, and them jumping on the Omni Knight. Husky, is there anything you want to say? Any matches you're looking forward to? Any shout outs you want to give?
I don't know. Shout out my team, I guess. IX88, he's a cool coach. Who do we play? We have to play Infamous next, I think. Yeah, Infamous. It looks like.
Are you worried about them?
Worried about
what? Playing against Infamous. They were looking really strong at the start of the groups, but you know some of the stronger teams they haven't played against yet.
Yeah, the start of the tournament now, I've been messing with my team. I'm like, South America's too strong. They're beating everyone. Infamous 2-0 cat jammers and Beast Coast is beating people, and Thunder Predator is beating people, and then everyone loses to no Pangolier. So I don't know.
There's Dota, man. That guy's a beast.
Yeah.
But all right, well, thank you so much for taking the time to do this little post-game interview with us. We really appreciate it. You've been personally one of my favorite support players. I've been watching a lot of you and Ocean together play so awesome. It's really been fun, and I'm really looking forward to see how much you can do going forward in this tournament. But we are going to let you go because we do have an admin sitting there waiting for us because we are totally doing these interviews without anyone's permission. So blame Neph. But again, thank you so much, and we really look forward to seeing you going further into this tournament.
Cool. Thanks.
All right, we'll see you later, Husky.
Bye-bye.
All right, well, you just heard from Husky over on the side of 4Zoomers, who won their series 2-0, and we've got the final match of the night. And I know I've seen a lot of NA people sitting in that chat asking, when is Lukey playing? When is No Pangolier playing? And you know what the answer is? Right after this break. They're going to be facing off with TPredator. We'll see if TPredator can shake off this loss, come back in fresh, or maybe No Pango, they're going to do another 2-0. Who knows? But we are going to take a break. So when we come back, we'll have more of the Summit 13.